Welcome to the NBA's greatest games. Today, we'll take you back into NBA history and relive one of the great matchups as it happened.
And welcome now to the Madhouse on McDowell Street, as it is known here in the Valley of the Sun. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brent Musburger, and welcome to Game 3 of this Western Conference Final. This is certainly the most important game of the series as far as the Suns are concerned. If they lose tonight, they might as well pack it in. They'll be down 3-0 to a team that very well could go on to win the NBA championship. Pleasure for me to be working along with Kevin Lockery. And Kevin, alluding to these Los Angeles Lakers, they have really done a number on the Suns so far.
Brent, the difference has been the depth of the Lakers. Their bench, Scott, Jamal Wilkes, McAdoo, and Worthy have totally dominated the bench of the Suns, and the Suns bench will have to play well tonight if they're going to win.
Well, let's take a look at it here in action. These are the men that Pat Riley turns to.
Here's Scott rebounding the basketball in the middle. Will pass to Worthy for the layup. Cooper on the right. Here comes McAdoo. That's an awesome bench for the Lakers.
And one of the changes we might see tonight, John McLeod might go a little bit longer with his starting lineup. His main man is Walter Davis. He's standing by with Pat O'Brien. Let's go to Pat.
Thank you, Brent. Walter, before this series, you've been averaging about 25 points in the playoffs. The Lakers kept you to 19. Have you figured out what they've been doing to you?
Well, they've been playing real great team defense, and we haven't been shooting the ball that well, but I think it's going to change for us tonight.
There's pressure on your starters tonight, including you. Your bench hasn't performed as well as the Lakers. Are you going to get any rest at all tonight, Walter?
Well, I think we're going to get a little rest, although they got a good fast break. We got a good one, too. We're going to try to get it going. Our benches, we have confidence in them. They did well the other two series, and they're going to do well tonight.
Pat Riley and the Lakers enjoying a 2-game edge in this series, and there's a man with the best winning percentage of any coach in playoff history in the NBA. He will match strategies tonight against the classy leader of the Phoenix Suns, John McLeod. If any man can bring this team back, it'll be McLeod. Now let's take a look at the starters, and as Kevin Lockery told you, so much depth on the Lakers. We're going to call Magic a point forward because defensively he takes Nance, but you all know he runs the attack when he brings the ball up the floor for the Lakers. Big forwards are Lucas of the Suns, coming with that injury tonight. How long can he go against Rambis? And, of course, in the hole, it's the great Abdul-Jabbar against Edwards of the Suns. Kareem with an advantage there. Now back at guards, Davis must carry the load for the Suns, and he'll be matched against Cooper, who does a superb job on him defensively. There's McGee, the fine shooter from Michigan. He'll start for the Lakers, and Kyle Macy, who must play a touch better. Now our officials tonight, Earl Strom and Paul Mahalik. They'll work it on the floor, and Mike Mathis, he'll sit there across the way and check the clock and be the alternate in case anything happens to the two working officials. Earl Strom will toss it up, and Kevin, in this particular arena, if the Lakers jump to an early start, it might take the crowd out of it.
Exactly right. Pat Riley says he's going to trap and make a very pressure defense early in the game to pick up the tempo and make sure his team is ready.
Magic covers up, brings it to the attack against Walter Davis now, and they go right to the big fella, left-handed. And here's the pressure now that Kevin Lockery told you about. Pat Riley, in a meeting with us earlier this afternoon, told us he was going to do it for a few minutes just to see how the Suns responded. Knocked out of bounds, Suns ball. Lakers keep enormous pressure on the Suns guards, and they have so far throughout the series. We really have not had a good game as far as the East or the West is concerned in either one of these final series. 5 left on the shot clock. Lucas gets it outside to the Greyhound. Davis has got it down.
Called the foul on Maurice Lucas. Lucas started the game off by being very, very physical. He pushed Cooper in the backcourt. Now he picks up a foul on the offensive boards. He's trying to set the trend. He's showing he's out here tonight to play hard.
Suns gave the Lakers too many second shot opportunities, too many offensive rebounds, especially in game 2. Magic now looking for the big fella again. And here comes Kareem. Sends it back to Cooper. 3-point try off the mark. Rebound Lucas. Davis runs it up. Waits and goes to Mason. Here's Edwards underneath, and he was fouled by Cooper.
Brent, it's very early in the game, but the strategy right then was for Phoenix to push the ball up the floor. They're at home, try to get a few easy baskets. In LA, they slowed it down. Be very interested to see if they continue at that pace. Try to get some easy baskets. I think it's good strategy so far.
So John McLeod, when we spoke to him, he said it's E-F-F-O-R-T. It's effort. And that's what will get us back in this series if we're going to get back in. The 7-footer James Edwards puts down that free throw, and the Suns lead it by a single point. Just underway here in Phoenix. Now from the side, they send it into Kareem again. He has touched it every trip down the floor. Davis against the full court pressure. Comes up on Cooper. Cooper studying the ball, keeping him up, sealed against the outside. They move Macy, and here's Lucas dishing off. Nance touches it for the first time. Lucas. Cooper's on the run. Lost control. Nance had a hand on it. Here's Davis for the Suns. Lakers are back. Rambis and Johnson. Davis is alone, and Kareem took him away from the shot, and there's Edwards. Crowd very much into it. 7-4, Cooper again. Now it is 7-6 score, and he'll come up to the free throw line, and ever so quickly, the Lakers, with that marvelous team speed, come right back at you.
That team speed, Brent, is unbelievable. They can score as quick as possible. 2-3 seconds they can get a basket. Obviously Magic leads it with his great passing. We have a technical here on Lucas. Lucas is trying to set a tough trend here in the ball game, and Elstrom will have nothing on it.
Cooper shooting the technical. And tying the game with it. Now Cooper comes up to shoot the free throw on the foul.
Brent, one thing that Pat Riley has done, he's told his players, don't be intimidated by Maurice Lucas. He's a physical player, but you cannot let him intimidate you, or else he'll own you for the whole game. Come right back out.
So Cooper's effort puts the Lakers up by a point. Davis gets inside and hits Lucas. Now McGee's first foul.
Does size matter?
Size matters.
Size? It makes all the difference.
Yes, it does.
I get the size I want here because they made a size smaller there.
Now, get the most exciting home gym technology ever in a size that fits your lifestyle. Introducing the new Bowflex Revolution XP Home Gym. Cutting-edge Spiroflex resistance in a compact, space-saving design. The Bowflex Revolution XP gives the versatility of a whole gym full of equipment, yet fits in the corner of a room.
You've got to call for this free DVD. It's packed with information to show you how the Bowflex Revolution XP can give you results fast.
This special offer is not available in any store. Call or go online now to own a Bowflex Revolution XP for as little as $38 a month.
The Spiroflex system is the secret behind the Revolution XP. Developed for use on the space station, these lightweight plates provide an incredibly smooth, gym-quality feel you just can't get in other home fitness machines. Combined with these innovative Freedom Arms, they've enabled us to design a machine with over 90 gym-quality exercises, all in one space-efficient machine.
My space is limited.
But my workouts sure aren't. Squats, lat pull-downs, I get it all. I get all the resistance I can handle, and I can change setups like that.
Work out just 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and you'll get the stronger legs, the tighter abs, the fit, sexy look you've always wanted.
You know what I like? They said I could use it for 6 weeks. If I didn't like it, I could send it back.
Call or go online now for your free DVD and see how the Bowflex Revolution XP delivers awesome results in a compact machine.
Size matters.
Here,
Here.
and there.
Call now for your free DVD about the all-new Bowflex Revolution XP Home Gym.
Tonight on NBA TV, Wednesday is premiere night. Watch all the NBA action off the court and behind the scenes. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
Here in Phoenix, 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first period. Game 3, Western Conference Final. The Lakers have won the first 2, and statistically, the Lakers have ripped away at the net. But look at the difference in bench points. They have doubled the Suns' output. points per game, the Lakers have outscored the Suns 114-98. And of course, as everyone knows, each team in the NBA has two personalities, one at home and one on the road. So those figures, even if the Lakers win, figure to change here tonight. Lucas puts it on the floor, came into Rambis, and the foul was called by Paul Mahalik. That's number 1 on Rambis. Incidentally, Lucas did pick up his second foul. I don't think I made that absolutely clear down here at the other end. And the first sub of the game is Jamal Wilkes, and so with 2 fouls, Michael Cooper will sit down early.
Brett, Jamal Wilkes, Pat Riley told us he can play for 6 hard minutes. Pat wants him to play aggressive defensively. Don't worry about the offense. Let the offense happen. Play aggressive defensively.
Kareem keeping Edwards far away from the basket. He's a fine shooter for a 7-footer. And there's the illegal defense.
Legal defense is called on Kurt Rambis, number 31. He was standing in the middle of the lane. That's a violation. The next one will be a technical foul and a foul shot.
John McLeod whistling to catch their attention, signaling the play from the sideline. And here's Edwards. He has drawn McGee in a mismatch. Macy with McGee. Tripling up on Kareem. The outside with a 3-pointer. 15-13. Lakers lead with that 3-pointer. Suns working against the pressure. Ooh, Davis's tongue is going to be hanging out tonight, isn't it? Nance scored. It's a continuation foul. He will also come up to the free throw line and shoot. That is the first foul on Jamal Wilkes.
There's Larry Nance going to the basket to the left hand. He switches back to the right. Larry has become an excellent player, Brent, all around. He can play defense at the big forward spot and at the small forward spot. He's starting to shoot the jump shot pretty well now. He's become an excellent player.
Good rebound by Macy. And now the Phoenix Suns, they have hit 8 of their first 9 shots from the field. And they build only a 2-point lead. The Lakers come right back at you, don't they? Abdul-Jabbar, McGee feeling it, goes to the left hand, touch out of control. Lucas with the rebound, Nance down the side, Macy's in the middle, goes to Edwards. Magic, Rambis to the corner and into Abdul-Jabbar. And he was fouled. He'll come to the line.
It's obvious, Brent, the Lakers' strategy is to run the ball up the floor as quickly as possible, try to get the easy basket. When coming down in a half-court game, go into the big fella, get the ball down in deep to Jabbar.
First foul on Edwards, who's working against Kareem. Davis up the far side. Macy not touching the ball nearly as much as he has in the first 2 games so far. Off his hands, perhaps that's the reason why. And the turnover now in the middle. Here's Johnson, leads to McGee. And it goes out of bounds, and on the turnover, Suns ball.
With Davis handling the ball so much, Brent, it will wear down with all the people that the Lakers can fire at him defensively. Mason has to handle the ball a little bit more.
Lucas left alone. Abdul-Jabbar rebounding, and here's Magic. And he wasn't that time. Nance with him, and this is Rambis. Shot clock at 5 when McGee goes to work. No one challenged him on that play. You've got to stop him outside. You can't let him drive all the way to the basket. On the throw into Lucas, and the cut through, there was a foul, and now that is the second on McGee.
Also, the Lakers are in a penalty, and Macy will go to line for 2 shots, even though it was an off-the-ball foul.
So Pat Riley, with that full deck behind him on the bench. Folks like James Worthy and Bob McAdoo. He's starting for a lot of other teams. Byron Scott, just improving with age as a youngster. It's going to be much tougher now for John McLeod and his assistant coaches to keep the matchups working the way they want them here tonight. .550 to go. Opening period of game 3. Abdul-Jabbar dribbling through. He scored 9 points already for the Lakers. That's John McLeod's boys yelling power. Macy dishes off to Nance. And right back, it's Johnson. Knocked away and stolen by the Suns. Here comes Davis. Davis off of Lambus's foot. Out of bounds, it'll be the Suns' ball. We have seen Magic Johnson look human a couple of times down the floor.
We haven't seen him look human the whole series, but he has so far. James Worthy now, he's a terrific offensive player. And he gives McLeod a whole lot of trouble because they feel they really don't have a man to guard Worthy on the offensive end.
Nance. Lucas drew the foul, and he'll come up to the free throw line.
To enjoy lifelike, room-filling sound, you used to need large, complicated equipment. Not with the Bose Wave music system. It's barely noticeable in your room until you turn it on.
You can hear everything, and it's just amazing that all that sound comes out of that little space.
The sound quality was just phenomenal.
Once you've heard it, everything else just doesn't measure up.
Forbes FYI reports you'll think you're listening to a system that costs 5 times more. And now it's available in a new titanium silver color. There's no towering rack of equipment, no tangle of wires, no rows of buttons and dials. The Wave music system sets up in minutes, and it's simple to use. But wait until you hear it.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the sound.
It's magic.
Inside, Bose acoustic waveguide speaker technology delivers a room full of natural sound. Just slide in your favorite CD or MP3 CD or listen to FM or AM.
The fact that this thing picks up the crisp highs as well as the deep lows was very impressive to me.
Even connect your MP3 player or TV and enjoy it with Bose sound.
It puts out the same sound without all the contraptions and the size of the old-fashioned stereos.
How could that be?
The Wave music system is now available in a new titanium silver color. Order it with the optional multi-CD changer today and save $50.
It took me all of about 3 minutes to make the decision.
So call today and ask about making 12 easy payments with no interest charges from Bose. Enjoy premium Bose sound risk-free for 30 days with our excitement guarantee and hear what you've been missing. If you want a room full of sound without a room full of equipment, get the Wave music system, now also available in new titanium silver. From Bose, the most respected name in sound.
And when that comes on, we just start dancing.
No matter what we're doing.
Are nasty drafts forcing you to crank up the heat? Heating bills are reported to increase dramatically, causing your money to literally fly out the door. With Twin Draft Guard's double-sided insulated design, your utility bills can be reduced by up to 30%. Watch. Air seeps under the door, but Twin Draft Guard creates an airtight seal. It's adjustable, slides under any door or window. Cut the length you need. Cover and slide onto the door for a draft-proof seal. Twin Draft Guard seals any gap on any floor, even carpet. Use on windows for an airtight seal. Block wind and snow. Insulate garages and basements. Seal in air conditioning. Twin Draft Guard is only $19.99. Call now and we'll double the offer. If it doesn't pay for itself the very first month, send it back for a refund. As a free gift, get the over-the-door ceramic hook. Absolutely free. You get it all, just $19.99.
Call 1-800-706-3908. Order now and you'll get 2 double-sided Twin Draft Guards and the free over-the-door hanger for $19.99. Call 1-800-706-3908 or go to twindraftguard.com.
35-24 Suns over the Lakers, and right now Pat Riley has on the floor Scott. Magic is still in there. His front line is Worthy, McAdoo, and Wilkes. Now for the Suns, Adams and Pittman are up front, along with Nance, who's gone the distance, and Macy and Davis. There is Worthy, and that's why he is going to be a big star in this league. He is strong. All he has to do, Kevin, is shoot it up outside a little bit better.
Outside.
Cooper's going to return here for the Lakers. Davis turned the ball over on the dribble. It goes now to L.A.
That's 2 consecutive turnovers by Walter Davis. It's an unfamiliar position. The lead guard spot for Walter. Macy's got to handle the ball, so.
Magic receives his first breather here in game 3. Riley telling Cooper to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's get into that offense earlier. Scott, former star from Arizona State, has returned here to Phoenix. That campus not too far away in Tempe, Arizona. Nance back to Macy, and Nance gets it right back. Now Macy. Yanked down by Pittman. Left hand rolls it back up. Wilkes. Free, and it's Davis. McLeod wants it outside now on the side. They took it down into the middle where it was clogged that time. McLeod is running every play now. He's really into this game as a head coach. You can listen to him. One of the codes he's using tonight, one of his signals is power as he calls a play. He wants the ball brought down on the side. Davis off the iron, run down now by Worthy, and here comes Los Angeles. 37-28, the last minute, first period. Cooper. You play like the Suns have, and you look up at the scoreboard, folks, and the Lakers are right there with you. That's how talented this aggregation is.
Power.
And again, he goes back to the power. Nance comes through. And Pittman on the follow.
There's a 2-play. Cooper for a jump shot right now.
Adams reached in and fouled.
When John McLeod calls out power, he is looking for his guards to get the ball down in deep to the big man. But so far, because of the double teaming by the Lakers, it hasn't been necessary. They've been able to break the double team and get some easy shots.
You know, so far the whistles have gone against the Lakers, too. Kevin, unofficially, I've got about 11 fouls called against L.A. and maybe 5 against Phoenix. So here in the early going, the Suns have had the best of that, too. And that's no small matter in basketball.
It sure isn't. But one thing, the Lakers can overcome foul trouble because of their depth. Phoenix cannot overcome foul trouble to a couple of key players.
Suns bring it down on the missed free throw. And Worthy is assessed the personal that time. He fouled Pittman, and that's 2 on James. Westfall checks in, and Davis gets his first break of this game. He'll get a nice hand here for the crowd.
Now this is the lineup that Phoenix has to be careful with. You have Westfall and Macy in the backcourt going against Scott and Cooper. The quickness factor is so much in favor of the Lakers. It's unbelievable. And this is the lineup you have to be careful with. John McLeod's got to be careful.
Kevin, let's see what Pat does against these guards right now. What kind of withering pressure. He's got to put it on. He sees it.
He'll put total pressure on one end and try to post up Macy on the other end with one of the big guys, maybe Scott down deep.
Trails it by 9. Westfall trying to stay with Cooper now. Not nearly as quick as he is. And McAdoo turned it over. And Cooper just goes to Westfall right away, and Scott goes to Mason. McLeod yelling, shot clock, and take it easy, run it down.
He's saying go at 8. When it becomes 8 seconds, they'll go.
Go, Larry! Go, Larry!
Adams inside to Nance. It would have counted. He'll come up to the free throw line. I cannot remember John McLeod as vociferous as he is here tonight.
That was great execution by Phoenix. They waited to 8 seconds so they get the last shot of the quarter, and they got the ball in deep to Adams. He made a super pass to Nance, But you could see John directing the whole traffic on his side of the floor. And it's a big plus while his players are coming at him. In the second half, they'll be going away, but then he can direct the defense, and most coaches would rather have the defense directed in the second half.
Key thing in this game is probably his voice. He already sounds a touch hoarse. He's got to yell over this crowd, and now he's going to have his offense away from him at the other side of the floor for the second half. Long pass to Scott, and he stepped out of bounds. It'll come to the Suns. They'll get one more shot with 3 seconds. Westphal wants the ball to move in a hurry. Scott wisely holds on, gives the defense an opportunity to get back. Here's Westphal now. He's got to shoot it in a hurry. Paul thought he was fouled. The end of the first period now. The Suns lead the Lakers 42-31. We'll return to Phoenix after these messages from your local station.
Tonight is premiere night on NBA TV. The untold story of Miami Heat superstar Dwayne Wade, plus rebuilding New Orleans with the Hornets. Real NBA starts tonight at 6:30 p.m., followed by New Orleans on the Rise at 7. Premiere night is presented by the United States Marine Corps. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Does size matter?
Size matters.
Size? It makes all the difference.
Yes, it does.
I get the size I want here because they made the size smaller there.
Now, get the most exciting home gym technology ever in a size that fits your lifestyle. Introducing the new Bowflex Revolution XP Home Gym. Cutting-edge Spiraflex resistance in a compact, space-saving design. The Bowflex Revolution XP gives the versatility of a whole gym full of equipment, yet fits in the corner of a room.
You've got to call for this free DVD. It's packed with information to show you how the Bowflex Revolution XP can give you results fast.
This special offer is not available in any store. Call or go online now to own a Bowflex Revolution XP for as little as $38 a month.
The Spiraflex system is the secret behind the Revolution XP. Developed for use on the space station, these lightweight plates provide an incredibly smooth, gym-quality feel you just can't get in other home fitness machines. Combined with these innovative Freedom Arms, they've enabled us to design a machine with over 90 gym-quality exercises, all in one space-efficient machine.
My space is limited.
But my workouts sure aren't. Squats, flat pull-downs, I get it all. I get all the resistance I can handle, and I can change setups like that.
Work out just 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and you'll get the stronger legs, the tighter abs, the fit, sexy look you've always wanted.
You know what I like? They said I could use it for 6 weeks. If I didn't like it, I could send it back.
Call or go online now for your free DVD and see how the Bowflex Revolution XP delivers awesome results in a compact machine.
Size matters.
Here,
here,
and there.
Call now for your free DVD about the all-new Bowflex Revolution XP Home Gym.
All right, sports fans, it's time to find Geico's #1 fan. Tonight's winner will receive Geico t-shirts, hats, and an upgrade to courtside seats, and could star in a real Geico commercial. Let's see who it's gonna be. It looks like we have a winner. Yes, we do, folks. How about that? Congratulations. And remember, saving money at Geico.com, so easy a caveman can do it.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
Cooper with 3 and Worthy with 3. Lakers within 6. Edwards comes way out to help Davis. Oh, McLeod wanted Edwards back underneath. And they get it from Sanders. And he'll come to the free throw line. McAdoo banged him underneath. And that's 2 on Bob. 4 team fouls.
It was very fortunate that Davis actually fumbled the ball. Sanders was in the right spot. He's 15 of 16 from the foul line in the playoffs so far. Very good foul shoot.
7 minutes, and Rod Foster will come in and try it in the backcourt for John McLeod here in a moment. Westphal is with Wilkes. Scott moves it to Magic. Fouled as he began his assault. we've got a timeout here in Phoenix. We've got 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go, first half. John McLeod and the Phoenix Suns, 51-42, leading here with those 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. And there is the mascot, a very popular mascot in the Phoenix area, I might add. I guess if we rated mascots, we would still give the San Diego Chicken the top billing, but the Gorilla is a fast closing second right now.
Gorilla's very good. You know one thing about these mascots, they're very good athletes. They can do some real fine tricks.
Speaking of tricks, Magic will be reaching into his bag. He has not had a Magic first half so far. You haven't seen stats like that so far in this series, have you? Davis has outplayed Magic so far, really. Now we'll see what Foster can do in the backcourt. He's number 10 out of UCLA. Had a lot of trouble in the opening game of this series. Coming up on Byron Scott. Foster gets it into Sanders. Dishes back to Edwards. Good outside touch. Missed that time. Knocked free. Here's Wilkes. Right back to Magic.
That's one thing Kareem can do outside of score. He's an excellent passer, also block shots, but he can really pass the ball. And they cut very well when he has the ball because they know he can pass.
Rambis due to return for Riley. Edwards spins free. That's 11 points for James. Knocked out of McAdoo's hands. He touched it last. Goes over to Phoenix. And there is Nance and Rambis returning. Sanders will leave. 22nd timeout is called by Pat Riley and the Lakers. He'll want to set the matchups here now.
Now you're just about getting all your starters back in for the last 5 or 6 minutes of the period. Everybody but Foster on Phoenix as a starter. Scott's still in the game along with Jamal Wilkes, but you can consider Jamal Wilkes is going to start almost all year. It's good to see the coaches match up. We have two excellent coaches here. Pat Riley really doesn't get enough credit for the job he's done. He has a good club, but it's not easy all the time coaching a bunch of excellent players, and the bench people have really accepted their roles. John McLeod, what can we say? He's been here. He's been the longest with any one team in the league. It shows you not only he's a great coach, but also a class guy.
Foster coming up on Scott. Rambis guarding Lucas. Davis comes up in the air, but no basket. Foul on Foster. Foster pushed off.
There's the call of Foster on left-hand side, pushing off. Not a whole lot of contact. Surprised Strom called that.
Abdul-Jabbar to Rambis. Davis bringing it up now on Wilkes. Down to the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Walter gets free, and it won't stay in. Foster penetrates, and here's Nance. He's missing. Magic. Scott, and you can feel it.
The three-point game. You would never think the Lakers would get back this quickly, but they're so deep and so talented.
Macy to return for the Suns. Davis. Knocked right to Wilkes. Off to Magic. Scott coming through, drew the foul on Foster. He'll come to the line. So, in the first period, they scored 42 points. And we said the second one was going to be critical. They'd averaged only 19 points a second period against the Lakers when Pat Riley starts to turn to his bench and grind Phoenix down. They've scored but 11 points here tonight at home in the second period. And that's why Los Angeles trails by 3 with 4:18 to go.
The trend is repeating itself, Brent. Almost the same trend as the first 2 games. And the pressure defense has taken Phoenix out of its offense, and that's been the difference.
Lucas. Green with Edwards. Edwards gets inside, missed the slam. Now it's Scott in a foot race. And it's all blue coming down. Here's Wilkes. They have pulled to a tie at 3:48. And John McLeod will go to his 22nd timeout.
Now, from Daryl Payne Films comes Legends of Classic Soul, the most incredible collection of soul concerts ever created on DVD. The Temptations Review with Dennis Edwards. Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. The Mighty Dells. Ray Goodman and Brown. The Shy Lights. Edwin Starr. Tony Award winner Melba Moore. The Delphonics. Blue Magic. Enslaved. Get all 10 legendary concert performances on DVD. It's a priceless collection that's not available in stores. But that's not all. As a special bonus, we'll also include a free audio CD of each concert. That's right, all 10 matching audio CDs over a $150 value for free. Legends of Classic Soul is a priceless collection of full-length concerts on DVD. Melba Moore, The Temptations Review with Dennis Edwards, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, Edwin Starr, Ray Goodman and Brown, The Shy Lights, The Mighty Dells, The Delphonics, Blue Magic, Enslaved. Not just clips or compilations. These are never-before-seen entire concerts from beginning to end. Nearly 200 hit songs. It's a once-in-a-lifetime priceless collection that's not available in any store. You get it all. 10 entire concert performances on DVD. Plus, you'll also get all 10 audio CDs free as a bonus. That's nearly 200 performances you can watch at home or listen to in the car. Altogether a $400 value, but yours to examine for 30 days absolutely risk-free. This offer won't last long. Makes a great gift. Operators are standing by, so call now.
Davis gets it back to Edwards. Short, Kareem rebounding. Gets it to Magic. Down the middle, no foul. Macy off now. Kareem didn't come back, so he's down. Here's Davis. Davis will try to light it up with a jump shot.
That's like a layup for Walter Davis. He never hardly misses that shot in the open field. Look for Magic right now to take a jump shot coming off the pick.
Into Rambis. Suns can regain a 4-point lead if Nance can hit it. Double team Kareem, pushes back Scott. Scott moves in on Macy. Loose underneath, Lucas. And the Suns can reel off 3 unanswered hoops if they hit here. Nance. And he'll come to the free throw line. Foul was against Magic, his first. Nance at the line, and now it is a 7-point Phoenix lead. That's 7 unanswered points. It was tied at 53. We're down to 2:26. That's 15 points for Nance. He has been the main man offensively for the Suns. Knocked away by Lucas. Scott will run it down. McAdoo.
They don't have one
Going to the Suns. And it has to be a full timeout. He'd already used his 20-second timeout. And Earl Strom was quite adamant about it. So that means the Suns have 4 timeouts left now, and Los Angeles 5. Everybody's got to make a living, folks. Here's Nance. On the turnover, it's Los Angeles. Magic looking for a receiver. Loose out of bounds, LA's ball.
Magic hasn't run the break as well as he had in the previous game, as well as he does all season. He's getting caught in the air. His decision making is usually the best in the league. Tonight is not as good as usual.
Scott. Oh, he wants to impress the folks down here in Arizona, doesn't he?
Plus, they're playing him an awful lot of time. He's put in a lot of minutes, and he's looked very good. In college, he was not a very good defensive player, but Pat Riley's worked hard with him. He's a very good defender now.
On the turnover, and LA can pull back to within 1. McAdoo. Davis.
That's another great move by Davis, but they're not coming down, setting up. This is LA pace right now.
3-pointer on its way. Shazam.
The defensive pressure is taking its toll. Phoenix is not running the offense as well as they did earlier, therefore not getting nearly as good as shots.
Edwards. Green couldn't come up with it. Edwards again. No foul. Off to LA. This is McAdoo.
Hold the ball. Hold. Go, side ball.
Shot clock is down at 4. 3-pointer. And Kareem, reaching in, has tied up Nance. Crowd thought that he had fouled Nance.
Here's Kareem going over the shoulder of Nance. Usually this is called a foul, whether you foul him or not when you reach over, but it looked like he had all ball. Pretty good call.
Nance got up there with him, didn't he?
One shot.
One shot now. They'll go probably at 8 seconds. About to go right now into the offense.
Davis' shot blocked by Woods. Here's Scott. He's got to hurry. He's got a second left. He's got it, and the Los Angeles Lakers have taken a 64-62 lead. Defense set it up. Scott did the rest. We've come to the end of the first half, and it was a good one.
The launch of an all-new fan experience on NBA TV. Get all the best on and off the court, plus new live, studio, and exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Now you can own a piece of history, commemorating the day the world changed forever. Be one of the first to reserve Historic Victory, the commemorative plate honoring the election of the 44th President, America's first African-American Commander-in-Chief. His confident smile and kind eyes are an inspiration to us all. This priceless work of art features a triumphant president-elect surrounded by the American flag and spectacular celebration fireworks. Historic Victory is crafted of fine porcelain and richly accented in 22-karat gold trim. The election date and inscription, "Change Has Come," are displayed in gold text on this first-issue collector's plate. The back displays the seal of the American Historic Society and documents the historic electoral and popular vote totals on Election Day. This certificate of authenticity from the American Historic Society promises you'll own a collectible of the highest quality and integrity. It comes with a display stand for any desktop or curio case, or proudly hang it on any wall. This issue has been strictly limited to just 65 firing days. After that, the die will be destroyed forever. Due to the unprecedented demand, there is a strict limit of 2 victory plates per caller.
I never thought this day would come.
And now we own a piece of history.
Our generation has spoken, and now this special treasure will be cherished as a prized family heirloom.
For generations to come.
Yes, you can own a piece of history authorized by the American Historic Society with bonus display stand and certificate of authenticity for the first issue price of only $19.99. Call now.
Have your credit card ready when you call 1-800-919-5812. That's 1-800-919-5812. Remember, this issue has been strictly limited with only 65 firing days, and there is a strict limit of 2 victory plates per caller. So call now, 1-800-919-5812. That's 1-800-919-5812. Call now.
Ouch! Tired of getting nicks and cuts from blades that go ooh dull after just a few shaves? Introducing Save-A-Blade, the ingenious razor sharpener that can give you up to 200 perfect shaves from a single blade. Just slide the razor inside, press the button, and in seconds, your razor blade is like new again. Save-A-Blade's secret is our patented micro-honing technology. It works on all razors, even disposables. Independent laboratory testing proved that after 200 shaves, a razor sharpened with Save-A-Blade was virtually identical to a brand new blade. But that's not all. You'll also receive our deluxe His and Hers 18-piece grooming kit. That's right, you get the Save-A-Blade razor sharpener and our deluxe 18-piece grooming kit, a $50 value for only $19.99. But wait, call now and get our $5 rebate offer. And get all this for only $14.99.
Call 1-800-846-4880 to order Save-A-Blade for $14.99 plus shipping after $5 mail-in rebate. That's 1-800-846-4880.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
Well, he's got it again.
They're pretty tough when they're leading at any period.
And there's the pressure. They got it right there. Magic will run it down. Didn't take the Lakers long, did it? As we start the second half, Lakers leading the Suns 2-0 in this Western Conference Final. Kareem on the turnaround. Misfired. Loose ball foul goes over to the Suns.
As Pat Riley did in Game 1, he started Wilkes the second half against Davis to save Cooper on the bench so he does not get in foul trouble.
2 fouls now on Rambis, and Macy glides in, hits Edwards, and he's fouled. He'll come to the line.
That was such a big hoop for Phoenix. You know, you say there's big hoops in periods of games. And heck, we got 21 minutes left of 22 minutes. But that was a big hoop to get off good in the third period. Nice pass by Macy. Strength by Edwards to take it up to finish off the three-point play now. Foul on Kareem.
And that's 3 on Kareem. Kareem comes right back on Edwards. Turn around. He drew the foul as he rose up against Edwards that time.
53, breaks the elbow, 2.
Now on Edwards, that is 3 fouls.
When Kareem catches the ball down in deep, Phoenix unusually hasn't double-teamed as much as most teams. They've really let Edwards play him bump and bump, and then they come late with their double team. That's to avoid the early cut to the basket by the guards or forwards so they don't get layups.
1 and 1.
He's a great outlet to go to Kareem. You come down the floor, things aren't working too well. Throw it into the big fella, he'll get you 2.
One way to beat the pressure is to give it to the 7-foot center. They'll usually let him bring it up.
He'll talk about that tomorrow.
Dribbling free, and he travels.
We're back down to Kareem. 2-man game, Magic and Kareem.
Wilkes. Nance to Davis. Davis pulled up. Wilkes foul.
If you notice Davis coming down on the fast break, he always prefers to go to his left. He's right-handed, but he likes to go to his left, as he's doing here. His strong point. Pretty good defense. From behind, Wilkes gets him good call, but Walter Davis looks like he's going to have to carry this team, Brent, if they're going to win this game.
3 fouls now on Jamal Wilkes. Waiting for Kareem. Went back to it. Laker play didn't work, but they get a fresh 24 on the offensive rebound. Rambis. Now Lucas comes down. Luke. Magic throws it up. Edwards rebounds. Outlet. Davis is alone.
Pat Riley needs a timeout. He'll probably call a timeout right now. No, he's going to go to his offense. Magic will come off a pick and roll either by Rambis or Kareem. This time it's Rambis.
And Wilkes. Doesn't quite have his shooting touch back. Loose Lakers. Rambis goes down hard. Magic comes back in. Macy. Fouled. And that is 3 fouls now on Rambis. We've got a timeout.
Excuse me, Brent. For the first time, I've seen the Lakers get a little tired in the series. Right then in that stretch.
When we took to the streets of America and asked people what they knew about identity theft, the answers were surprising.
I work for the healthcare industry. We've got people in the back of hospitals digging through the trash trying to pick up this kind of information.
Identity theft? I can't take care of that for what may be astronomical amounts of money.
People think identity theft is all about stealing just your credit cards, but it's a lot more than that. Once it happens, you'll regret it forever.
I'm John Bonnell, and in all my years in law enforcement, I've never seen anything like the fastest growing crime in America today. I'm talking about identity theft, and if you haven't become one of its victims, just wait.
I'm wanted in 4 states. This isn't me. What do I do?
Something was really wrong. They're saying I'm in the rears for almost $3,000. I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. This must just be bogus.
Only ID Watchdog's exclusive detection technology continuously monitors thousands of the country's largest databases, because 70% of identity theft has nothing to do with credit.
My sister found out through her medical provider that someone went in and used her medical ID card and was able to obtain x-rays. Thank God that I have ID Watchdog, because now I feel a lot more safe.
I get a report letting me know just exactly what's going on, whether my identity has been compromised or not. It's just a peace of mind.
Being safe with your identity is the same thing as driving a brand new car into maybe not such a nice neighborhood and not locking it. Lock your identity.
Every 3 seconds, someone falls victim to identity theft. Call ID Watchdog now for your free trial and protect your most valuable asset against the fastest growing crime in America today.
When it comes to identity theft, only ID Watchdog promises to find it, stop it, and fix it. Guaranteed 100%. Call now.
Call 1-800-926-9270. 1-800-926-9270.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for 2 to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
Here's Lucas and Rambis off the ball, pushing, grabbing, holding. Lucas is trying to get that inside position to get to the offensive board. Push, hold, No harm, no foul, and then Lucas decides he's going to pick him up after all that. That's a physical. Two people are very, very physical, and they're still at it right now under the basket.
Phoenix leading Los Angeles 71-68. 9 minutes to go here in the third period of Game 3 of the Western Conference Final. Lakers, of course, won the first two. Suns scored 42 points in the first period, and now Walter Davis signaling that they're ready for another run here in the third. They were cooled off and held to 20 by the Lakers in the second. Byron Scott hitting 5 field goals off Pat Riley's bench. He was the difference in the second period as the Lakers took a 2-point halftime lead. Now they are trying to come back. Abdul-Jabbar.
He wants basketball tonight. He's so tough on that side of the floor. He's almost unstoppable unless you double team him.
That's 17 for him. And he has been unstoppable tonight. Nance. That's 17 for him. Edwards rebound. Davis glides. Phoenix ball.
Both coaches are sitting there now. Pat Riley saying, when am I going to put my studs back in the game? And I mean the Worthies, the McAdoos, some of the people off the bench. And is John McLeod going to stay with his starters much longer?
Mason. Magic quarterbacking.
Byron on Davis. You got Silk.
Off Kareem's hands, but there was a foul call. As Worthy checks in for the Lakers, and Wilkes goes out. 4 fouls now on James Edwards. That was a big personal against Phoenix. Scott. Alvin Adams will have to give Edwards a rest because of those 4 fouls, and early one here in the second half. Here's Edwards, and a pushing foul is called inside as Edwards began his assault, and it goes against Abdul-Jabbar. With Adams checking in, that's 4 against Kareem.
Now we're seeing the bench come in and play. Worthy first. Here comes McAdoo for Kareem. Adams came in the game, replaced Edwards. This is where John McLeod has had his most trouble, not because of coaching, but because the ability of the Laker bench has been too tough so far in this series.
Lakers have been cold here in the second half so far. They are 2 of 12, while the Suns are 5 of 7, and that represents the scoreboard difference right now of 75-70. Edwards would have left right there, except that he was shooting those free throws, of course, so Adams still sitting and waiting. Knocked away, and Davis fouls Johnson, and that's his first foul of the game. Adams replaces Edwards.
Very interesting to see the matchup. Lucas stays on Rambis, Davis on Magic, Worthy and Nance, Scott Macy, McAdoo, Adams.
McAdoo. Inside to Nance. Macy. Scott. That's a 2-pointer. Close.
One thing about Scott, Brent, he's not very bashful. He'll take the shot anytime in the game. He's a great offensive player.
Scored 15 already. Davis. He's up 23. Back to Magic, who shifts for McAdoo. Does not cross the timeline, but he's just stepped on it. Here comes Walter Davis now, and the Suns. They lead at 79-74. Nance backing in. Stolen by Adams. Suns ball. Lucas dishes. Scott with a steal and goes out of bounds.
That should be in the scouting report. When Albert Adams is in the game, he always hangs around the backcourt to steal the ball if it's being passed in out of bounds. That time it worked.
Macy. Lucas. No basket, says Earl Strong. Lucas will come to the free throw line. Foul is against Cooper, his fourth.
That's one thing about the Lakers. They're getting in foul trouble, but they have the people to overcome it. But you can't have people playing tentative on the floor, Brent. Cooper might get tentative. They had to take out Kareem. And this could be a factor, even though they are deep.
There is the foul situation. 3 players with 4. McAdoo. Inside the Magic. He'll come to the free throw line. Goes against Davis. That's his second personal. 4th team foul here in the 3rd period with 5:07 to go.
This was his Magic. Look him wait to complete the 3-point play. The reason he can wait for the contact and finish it off is because he's 6'8", 235, and extremely strong, even though he plays guard.
Macy. Adams tips it in. Been an impressive 3rd period by the Suns, but again the question, can they keep it up? Great block by Lucas. And Nance takes Scott to the floor hard and fouls him. Scott is down.
22nd timeout Lakers. His second, 5th team foul.
Here's Magic with the ball. This is how the play developed. It ends up a great block by Lucas right here. Sensational block on Worthy. The ball is tapped out, and here comes Nance to catch Scott in the most vulnerable position you can be, in the air and fall on your back. You can really get hurt when you're in that position. He's getting up now, but I think they'll have to take him out. They already have put McGee in the game. Here's another angle. Great play by Lucas, who's playing an outstanding game. Good hustle by McAdoo. Double team, throws it out. Here comes Nance from the weak side. That hurts.
Scott has played a superb game here for the Lakers. 15 points, that's his playoff high. And they're going to take Cooper out instead, and Scott says, I'm fine, I want to stay in there.
The reason for that, Brent, is that if he came out of the game while shooting foul shots, he would not allow to come back in the game. So they're going to leave him in to shoot the foul shots, and then they'll probably substitute on the next dead ball. But he has to shoot the fouls, because if he would come out of the game, then he could not come back.
One. Olsen play.
He took a vicious fall, Scott.
Scott must now track Walter Davis, too, defensively. See if the Suns try to take advantage of that. Adams keeps it. Lucas taps it in. Scott is still just a touch woozy. They'll get him out now. He's going slowly back over, and now he's trotting back towards Pat Riley.
Tonight on NBA TV, Wednesday is premiere night. Watch all the NBA action off the court and behind the scenes. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Tired of wrestling with irons? Put the power of your dry cleaner right in the palm of your hand. Hi, Billy Mays here for the Steam Buddy. The fastest, easiest, and safest way to remove wrinkles guaranteed. The Steam Buddy is lightweight, heats up in seconds, and not only removes wrinkles, but odors too. The secret's the on-demand steaming element. Use it on sequins, rhinestones, beads, printed material, curtains, tablecloths, sheets, and bedding. Professional steamers can cost hundreds. Call now and you'll get the original Steam Buddy for only $19.95. Try it risk-free. We'll also include the fabric brush free. Order right now and we'll send you our professional creaser free. Just pay separate shipping and processing. You get it all. An $80 value for only $19.95. Here's how to order.
To order your Steam Buddy, call 1-800-963-2598. Call right now and get the fabric brush and the professional creaser free. Call 1-800-963-2598. Call now.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
Now it's McGee and the Lakers. McAdoo. Adams had a hand on him, and Bob still buried it.
Why McAdoo is so tough to guard, Brent. They run plays for him that they would normally run for guards. And it's tough for a big man to chase him around single or double picks.
Macy wants Adams back. Knocked to the floor, no foul. Off now to the Lakers, and here's Magic. Dishing inside to Scott. I cannot believe that he stayed in the game. I didn't even notice it after that timeout.
What you gotta like about Scott on this play, watch him seek out the contact. He just took a terrible fall, seeks out the contact, Nance accidentally hits him, chance to finish a three-point play. That shows he's quite a competitive young man.
18 points. Well, out west, it's not nearly as physical as it is back east, so Scott better get ready for the Bucks or the Celtics and get a saddle on. There'll be a whole lot of bumping and grinding if they survive this one to get into the championship.
That was Scott getting physical with Davis off the ball. And when you have a rookie and a veteran pushing off the ball, 9 out of 10 times the foul will be against the rookie, Scott. They're in the penalty for 2 shots. Davis is sensational foul shooter. Put the jinx on him, Brandon. Never fails.
Six-point Phoenix lead. 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the third period. Away from the ball that time. Magic turning around, looking at Mahalik, saying, "What's going on?" And it was against Maurice Lucas. He was trying to tie up James Worthy. 3 fouls on Lucas.
What has happened here, Brent? The last 4 fouls have been called off the ball. The officials felt it was getting a little too physical in the game. Make sure they don't have these fights or someone doesn't get into a scrap, and they're trying to avoid it right now. They'll let them play again. They're just showing who's boss. They're doing a good job of it.
Fine rebound by McGee. He snapped that ball down, didn't he? Magic pushed out of Nance, goes to Scott. Scott got a hand on the ball as he came around. Lucas stepped out of bounds. It'll go over now to the Suns. Here comes some Laker pressure again. Knocked away from Davis. Davis bringing now one of the forwards down. They trap in the corner, get it back to Mason. Adams. Magic rebounds, and he saw Scotty open man. Scott is fouled by Macy. What a spectacular pass by Magic Johnson. As he went down with his back turned, he knew he had an open man, and he got it down the floor like that with his left hand. Scott on the receiving end, Macy coming full tilt. He fouled it. Scott will play 40 minutes every time Los Angeles comes to Phoenix.
He can play. He's done an excellent job both offensively and defensively. He's bothered Davis quite a bit in this quarter.
He was hounding him there. Got it off to Lucas on the miss. Worthy with the rebound now. Now it's McGee. It's 2-on-1 and McGee will go for the layup. They're back, aren't they? And ever so quickly, trailing by a point. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the third period. Fun to watch teams that run.
It sure is. It's great basketball.
Bad pass. Lakers were all over it. Smothered the ball. Off Nance's hand. LA's ball. Foster will replace Macy. McGee will inbound the ball for Los Angeles.
Switch it.
McGee on the penetration, turned it over. Foster to Davis. Davis has got Nance off his hands. Threw the ball a little bit too hard trying to thread the needle. The unselfishness hurt. McAdoo. Lucas with a mighty rebound. Overled Alvin Adams. Stolen by Foster.
That's a great hoop for Foster. That's a great way to get off a good hustle and defense. He needed that one badly because he was not playing well.
McAdoo pressuring in. He was fouled. And that is 3 personal fouls now on Alvin Adams.
Paul Westfall replaces number 6, Walt Davis.
Westfall has replaced Walter Davis for Phoenix. And Michael Cooper quickly checks in. Magic will take a breather.
With 56 seconds left in the quarter, the coaches will give some of their starters a nice rest so they can rest for the last 56 seconds, then a 2-minute timeout, and come back for the last and final quarter very refreshed.
Foster handling the ball against McGee. Foster goes down the middle and is blocked by McAdoo. McAdoo's got it safely in the hands of Scott for Los Angeles. It's 3-on-2. Scott dishes to Worthy. And James Worthy comes through with a mighty basket. One of the best fast-breaking forwards in the NBA. What a quick turnaround that was. But Foster has been impressive. He gets open now inside. Going back to Adams, and he's fouled by Worthy. And for James Worthy now, that is 4 personals.
Brent, you hate to repeat yourself, but it's fact. The bench for the Lakers, they're all on the floor outside of McGee, but you can almost consider him a bench player. They have gotten the lead for the Lakers, which has happened so often in the series. Here comes Ramos back in. He had started the game, but he only plays maybe 18 minutes in the series.
Worthy leaves because of those 4 personals. Adams shooting to break the tie. Remember now, Phoenix has never led in this series yet after 3 periods. Last shot time for Los Angeles, and of course they can take the lead at the end of 3.
Look for Scott coming off a pick. There he is.
Came up over Foster. Tapped up and missed. Snapped down by Nance, and that is the end of the third period. We're tied at 91.
Now, from Daryl Payne Films comes Legends of Classic Soul, the most incredible collection of soul concerts ever created on DVD. The Temptations Review with Dennis Edwards. Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. The Mighty Dells. Ray Goodman and Brown. The Shy Lights. Edwin Starr. Tony Award winner Melba Moore. The Delphonics. Blue Magic. Enslave. Get all 10 legendary concert performances on DVD. It's a priceless collection that's not available in stores. But that's not all. As a special bonus, we'll also include a free audio CD of each concert. That's right, all 10 matching audio CDs over a $150 value for free. Legends of Classic Soul is a priceless collection of full-length concerts on DVD. Melba Moore, The Temptations Review with Dennis Edwards, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, Edwin Starr, Ray Goodman and Brown, The Shy Lights, The Mighty Dells, The Delphonics, Blue Magic, Enslave. Not just clips or compilations. These are never-before-seen entire concerts from beginning to end. Nearly 200 hit songs. It's a once-in-a-lifetime priceless collection that's not available in any store. You get it all. 10 entire concert performances on DVD. Plus, you'll also get all 10 audio CDs free as a bonus. That's nearly 200 performances you can watch at home or listen to in the car. Altogether a $400 value, but yours to examine for 30 days absolutely risk-free. This offer won't last long. Makes a great gift. Operators are standing by, so call now.
Well, the Lakers and Suns are ready now for the money period. And, of course, down here in Phoenix, the man who hired John McLeod and put this franchise together out of Chicago played basketball at the University of Illinois. Jerry Colangelo, his lovely wife, Joni, there, seated alongside of him. What a splendid job they have done with this organization. They are tied in so closely to this community of Phoenix. A lot of franchises could take a cue from how this one's been run through the years. Cooper now coming up. And speaking of Phoenix, this is the biggest period of the season. Snapped down by Nance, off to Westfall, leads now to Alvin Adams. Rambis sends it back to Scott. Byron gets it right back.
Scott's played the whole half so far, and he's done an excellent job. It shows you that the trade for Nixon has paid off so far for the Lakers.
That's one that got away from Colangelo, playing down there at Tempe.
Right here at home.
Lucas missing. McAdoo came up, and he was slammed by Nance. That's 4 on Larry.
What you gotta like about Phoenix and John McLeod, they had a game plan, they've stuck with it all the way, and they've been very successful up to this point with a have a tie going into the fourth period.
Scott. Oh, what a night he's having.
He's overmatching Foster in size and strength right now. He's taking advantage of him, and once you get a player of his caliber offensively, and he starts early to hit a few shots, it's very difficult to cool him off because he will keep taking the shots. He's not bashful.
24 for Scott. Here's Foster. Sanders having checked back in for the Suns. Nance taking a break. Three-pointer missed. McAdoo had the ball knocked out of bounds. LA's ball. Westfall and Foster are in the Phoenix backcourt. They await defensively now. Cooper, McGee, and Scott. Stolen by Westfall. Here's Foster. Through to Sanders. And Cooper goaltending. Scored for Phoenix.
John McLeod has to make a decision. He has 4 of his bench players on the floor right now. Kareem will be checking in shortly for LA. He'll have to come back with his starters shortly. This is the biggest game of the year for them.
Cooper. Los Angeles with a 2-point lead. 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in regulation. And Edwards will check in along with Kareem. Both players with 4 fouls, of course. Westfall inside into the high arc, tapped in by Lucas.
They'll look for McAdoo now coming around the pick. He'll come out instead of Scott.
There he was. Came up with Alvin Adams. Adams threw to Foster and out of bounds. Now Kareem has returned. We also have a timeout here for the Lakers. We'll reset the lineups and we'll be right back to Phoenix. Let me show you some action away from the ball. That's Paul Westphal in that circle along with Mike McGee of the Lakers. Watch Westphal as he's moving now toward the pick by Rambis. He goes in to McGee with a shoulder. Now the action continues again away from the ball. Now Westphal is watching McGee, and watch McGee get around Westphal. He simply throws him down to the floor like that with a heave, and Westphal was complaining bitterly to Paul Mahalik. But as you saw, Paul threw that first shoulder too. So right now we've got 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the money period. We're tied at 97. Jamal Wilkes, Mike McGee, Michael Cooper, Kurt Rambis, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the floor for the Lakers. Against Rod Foster, Paul Westphal, Maurice Lucas, James Edwards, and Mike Sanders of the Phoenix Suns. They get it into Rambis. Stolen now by Westphal. Here come the Suns. It's Foster. He's got a layup. So that's 4 fouls on Mike McGee as Rod Foster now playing by far his best of this championship series in the West. He's given the Suns a 3-point lead. They hit 100 first, and there's still 9:20 to go. Westphal with a steal, and the Suns are on a run. Blocked by Rambis, and he is fouled. Scored goaltending.
2 great defensive plays by Foster and Westphal. Has caused 2 turnovers. We'll see Magic Johnson back in the game in 1 second.
Skyhook. Lucas. Sanders wanted it against Jamal. And as he came in, and there was pushing underneath between Rambis and Lucas. They're all right now.
There's Westphal on the break. Goaltender, not too sure it was goaltender. You can knock the ball against the board, but you can't pin it. He knocked it. It might not have been goaltender. He slammed it against the board. He did not pin it. This might not be goaltender. Rambis, being not a great leaper, I guess they figured he couldn't block it legitimately.
Westphal. Shazam, a 3-pointer for Paul Westphal. It's 105-97. Timeout by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Tonight is premiere night on NBA TV. The untold story of Miami Heat superstar Dwayne Wade, plus rebuilding New Orleans with the Hornets. Real NBA starts tonight at 6:30 p.m., followed by New Orleans on the Rise at 7. Premiere night is presented by the United States Marine Corps. NBA TV, the game happens here.
The world is a noisy place, but you can relax in your own peaceful sanctuary with Bose Quiet Comfort 2 acoustic noise-canceling headphones. Quiet Comfort headphones deliver an unmatched combination of noise reduction, audio performance, and comfortable fit. Owners tell us how musical nuances come through in almost any environment. QC2 headphones offer the lifelike audio performance you'd expect from Bose. These comfortable headphones electronically identify and reduce noise while faithfully preserving music or tranquility. Travel and Leisure Golf says these headphones allow you to forget the world outside. Now you can enjoy a 90-day risk-free trial, available only for Quiet Comfort headphones. Ask about making 12 easy payments with no interest charges from Bose. Order now and receive free shipping. Call today and leave the noise behind.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
Big gamble by John McLeod, Kevin.
We got to give him an awful lot of credit. He's gone with Sanders, the rookie Foster, and Paul Westphal, and they have opened the game up. You don't know how hard it is for a coach to sit there with his best players on the bench at critical time but not get him in the game. And the bench score in this quarter is 12-4 for Phoenix over LA, which is a total reversal of the first two games.
Magic bringing it down on Westphal. Wilkes gives it back now. James Worthy. And as he comes up, he was fouled. And that's number 4 on Lucas, who's had a mighty night. 17 points and 14 rebounds. 5 offensive boards for the Suns here. 8 minutes and 27 seconds. Magic to Wilkes. Chance for a three-pointer. Sanders reached back on him and caught him with a foul. That's 3 on Sanders.
One thing about Jamal Wilkes, he can catch the ball as well as anybody in the league, and that sounds like some trivial type situation, but Magic throws the ball so hard, he can catch it and finish the play as well as anybody in basketball, but he still doesn't have his shooting eye since he's been back, and that's a big minus right now for the Lakers.
Westphal going to Foster. Sanders. Magic to Cooper. Into Kareem. Swings up the hook. Kareem complaining all the way down the floor to Earl Strom that he was pushed also. 7:45 and a 6-point Suns lead. Lucas spins around and went for the basket. And that's an offensive foul against Maurice Lucas, and that is number 5. Lakers put it in play from the side. Now they'll have to bring Pittman in and take Lucas out. Kareem inside, and he's bumped by Edwards, and that time they picked it up.
That's number 5 on Edwards. When in doubt, go down to Kareem down in deep. Draw the 5th foul on Edwards. Phoenix is getting in serious foul trouble. They're in a penalty. Here's the pushing and holding. Grabbing inside. They call it against Edwards. And the lineup on the floor right now is Pittman, Sanders, Westphal, Foster, and Edwards with 5 fouls. That's a tough lineup to go against a great team like the Lakers.
They've got Worthy out there with Kareem, Kevin. He can reach back and put McAdoo and take Wilkes out and really line up big and try to get a foul inside on him, too. They can really create some mismatches now in the final 7:30. There you see the foul trouble. Going to be the critical story in the remaining 7:24. On the loose, it's LA. Collision between Foster and Cooper. And quickly Mahalik steps in. The foul is going against Foster. The Suns have 5 team fouls here in the 4th and only 2 against the Lakers. Big gap right now in that particular area.
That can be awful key because the last 2 fouls were non-shooting type shots by the Lakers, and they end up with 4 foul shots. That's really critical, and the Lakers only have 2 team fouls, and we have over 7 minutes left.
There's the pressure from the Lakers. Wilkes working on Westphal. Sanders rises up outside. Not the shot the Suns wanted in that particular situation. Nance to return. Wilkes. Lost. And Westfall's ball for Phoenix. Here's Sanders. Maneuvering inside, and he traveled. And now they're going to have to get Nance and Davis back into the game, and they do. Sanders and Westfall sit down. Macy coming in. He did not get off the bench quickly enough, so he will have to wait until the next stoppage of play. It's a 2-point Phoenix lead. It's 6:30.
Back up, get in there.
Kareem. Snapped down by the Suns. Pittman off to Foster. This will be the work ethic against talent down the stretch. Edwards. That's true for the work ethic. Here's Cooper now. Coming inside. Blocking foul is called against Rod Foster. The crowd can't believe it.
There's the play. Cooper's very quick. Foster sets himself. Tough call. I really believe it should have been no call at all. Either way, just let them play. There wasn't enough contact to call a block or a charge. Sometimes a play like that can help a team like Phoenix. The fans are really into the game now. I think a play like that could pick them up.
Edwards. Here's Macy. Edwards sends it back to Macy. Kareem. Score it, and he'll come to the free throw line, and now they have to be separated. Byron Scott moving inside, and now Cooper's into it with Pittman. And now Al Bianchi goes over. And quickly the Lakers bench comes down. There's the technical out of Pittman by Earl Strong.
I'm Alden Mills, former U.S. Navy SEAL and inventor of the perfect push-up. As a Navy SEAL platoon commander, I learned how to move fast and travel light. We wanted to create a new perfect push-up that could go anywhere. So we invented this. It's amazing.
Introducing the Perfect Push-Up Mobile Unit. It's less than 2 inches thick when stowed, but transforms into a perfect push-up and gives you the power of rotation to get ripped fast. It's a masterpiece of engineering and design. The Perfect Push-Up Mobile Unit goes anywhere. A suitcase, a briefcase, a book bag, a backpack.
Now you can use the power of the push-up to get ripped anywhere.
So here's the deal. The Perfect Push-Up Mobile Unit is only 2 payments of $29.95. When you order, you'll receive a pair of Perfect Push-Up Mobile Unit rotational handles and a set of laminated workout cards. Call now and we'll throw in this rugged padded travel case free. Get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs anywhere. Call now for your Perfect Push-Up Mobile Unit.
Hi, I'm Chef Tony, and now there's a knife so sharp you can cut a pineapple in midair. It's the Miracle Blade 3 Perfection Series. This is my all-purpose slicer, the ultimate in slicing knives. You'll also get rock and chop, rips through ribs. Plus, you'll receive my fillet and boning knife. Fillet fish right down to the skin. And my chop and scoop. Chop parsley and fresh herbs in seconds. Watch, flex, and scoop right to your favorite recipe. And you get my paring knife. Curved to peel fruits and veggies. I'll also send you 4 steak knives. Call now and you'll get my Perfection shears and a second Miracle Blade slicer absolutely free.
But wait, we'll send you a second complete set of knives free. Just imagine, that's now nearly $500 worth of knives for just one payment of only $39.95. And if you don't think the Miracle Blades are the best knives you've ever used, just return them for a full refund. So call now.
And Kareem now is shooting for that 4th point. It would pull LA to within 1. He's got it. It's 111 to 110. 5:38. And counting. And as they went to Pittman, Mahalik picking up the personal down away from the ball now. Byron Scott. And if course, he was right in the middle of the action underneath the basket. And Mahalik warning him to stop it. 2 personals against Scott for the game. A 1-point Phoenix Sun lead. And their 7-foot center, James Edwards, is fouled out. Adams will have to go the distance against Kareem. Adams worked the pick and roll, didn't get it back. Macy from the corner.
Look for Cooper.
Nance is trailing Cooper. He shoves it into Worthy. Gives the double team back to Cooper. Here's Scott wide open. Missed the shot. Nance yanks down the rebound, and here come the Suns. Davis lost control. Went out of bounds, goes to L.A.
With some critical turnovers by Phoenix when they had advantage on the break because they don't have a basic lead guard. That really hurts you when you're trying to run a fast break. Into Kareem right now.
Scott. Rebound by Worthy. Byron Scott in the first 24 for Los Angeles. Loose out of bounds, and it goes over to the Suns.
What's an isolation for Adams maybe to go one-on-one with Kareem. To Davis.
Davis fouled. And it's against Cooper. And that's 5 on Michael. That's 14 fouls on the Lakers. Davis shooting 2 at the free throw line. Bob McAdoo checking in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Cooper out with those 5 fouls.
One critical situation now. Both teams are in the penalty. So all fouls now will be 2 shots. Phoenix has caught LA in that situation. You don't want to be behind coming down the last 4 minutes. Not in the penalty.
That is Davis's first point of this quarter. 25 for the game. Suns lead it by 5. 4:10 to go. Magic, McAdoo, Worthy, Scott, and Abdul-Jabbar on the floor for the Lakers.
We're going to go down to Worthy.
They get it inside, and as they did, the personal was called by Mahalik. And that is the first foul on Pittman.
Brent, from a coaching standpoint, the last 2 executions on offense were great. They went Phoenix one-on-one with their best player, Davis. LA came back and called that 4-down play, which is to get the ball into Worthy down in deep. But he's not an exceptional foul shooter. So probably next time they'll go back to Kareem.
Macy for the Suns.
We'll see Davis again on this end.
Magic is with Davis. Here's Macy. Gets it back to Davis, who's open. Missed the shot, and here's Magic. He's got Scott at his right. 3 Suns are quickly back. Magic goes in, rejected by Pittman. Worthy comes back. He misses the stuff. Off to Davis, bad pass. It's Abdul-Jabbar now. Kareem is over to Worthy. Worthy fakes, moves inside and scores.
Too many key turnovers at key spots. You see John McLeod there. That's how you die a million deaths on the bench. You have a 5-point lead with ball. You turn it over. They come back with an opportunity to have a 3-point play.
Lucas replacing Pittman for the final 3:19. Worthy attempting to reduce the Phoenix lead to 2. Macy, Davis, Adams, Lucas, and Nance for the stretch for John McLeod. Davis sends it into Lucas. Shot clock gets down to 8. Davis outside. Nance.
second row with Magic and McAdoo.
That breaks down, so they go to Scott. And as he came up, Macy fouled him. We've got a timeout now called by the Phoenix Suns. It has been an emotional night here in Phoenix. Tempers flaring more than once, threatening to erupt into a brawl, and Earl Strom and Paul Hollick had to step in and clamp down in a hurry. Phoenix, of course, has lost the first 2 games of this Western Conference final. They desperately must win here tonight. For Strom and Mahalik, this has been a very tough game to officiate. Maurice Lucas came out early in the first period. The Suns attempting to establish themselves underneath, something they have been able to do here tonight.
Exactly right, Brent. Lucas set the trend. It became a very physical game, and it's been a sensational game. Teams have executed very well. Phoenix could have this game in control if they didn't turn the ball over, particularly on the fast break so much. The bounces are going to LA's way. You see a lot of balls that have hit hands, and a couple of bounces right there seem to have gone LA's way so far.
Macy. Now Nance. Macy outside. Worthy rebound. Lakers can tie it this trip, and there would be 2 minutes to play if they are successful. Suns ball. They are not. And a foul call. And against Scott, that's his 3rd.
That was poor execution by Magic. He had Marine in the right position for a slam dunk, but he hit the rim with the ball. Scott fouled Adams. Every foul shot now, Brent, is critical on both ends, both teams in the penalty. I guess this is the way playoff basketball for a conference title is supposed to be played. See a lot of people shoot short in situations like this. It's very, very tense.
Missed them both, and Lakers come back. Another chance to tie it. Magic's game right now. Inside to Worthy, knocked away and out of bounds, and it'll go over to Phoenix. That is 20 turnovers for Los Angeles here tonight.
They'll run a play for Walter Davis on an isolation.
Magic is with him. They're on the weak side right now, but that shot clock is winding down. They may have to break it off, but here it is, Davis. Short and McAdoo. 3rd time the Lakers with an opportunity to tie it. We're at 127. Magic will come to the line, short on the shooting effort. But now he'll step up there with those free throws. And that is 3 fouls on Davis.
Magic is a very, very good foul shooter. Each team has plenty of timeouts left. LA has 3 full timeouts. Phoenix has 2 and a 20-second, so there's plenty of timeouts to be used.
Magic has been perfect on his 8 free throws so far, with Cooper replacing Scott for the final minute 26.
Cooper came in for the defensive end of the floor. He'll play aggressive defense, probably against Davis. They can rotate back with Scott for the offense.
Adams gives it to Davis. Shot clock inside of 10. Davis gets inside with a fantastic shot, and Riley immediately wants a timeout. At 1:09, Walter Davis, with perhaps the most important field goal of the season, has given the Suns a 2-point lead.
Tonight on NBA TV, Wednesday is premiere night. Watch all the NBA action off the court and behind the scenes. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Tired of wrestling with irons? Put the power of your dry cleaner right in the palm of your hand. Hi, Billy Mays here for the Steam Buddy. The fastest, easiest, and safest way to remove wrinkles guaranteed. The Steam Buddy is lightweight, heats up in seconds, and not only removes wrinkles, but odors too. The secret's the on-demand steaming element. Use it on sequins, rhinestones, beads, printed material, curtains, tablecloths, sheets, and bedding. Professional steamers can cost hundreds. Call now and you'll get the original Steam Buddy for only $19.95. Try it risk-free. We'll also include the fabric brush free. Order right now and we'll send you our professional creaser free. Just pay separate shipping and processing. You get it all. An $80 value for only $19.95. Here's how to order.
To order your Steam Buddy, call 1-800-963-2598. Call right now and get the fabric brush and the professional creaser free. Call 1-800-963-2598. Call now.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
And you'll see the considerable talents of Larry Bird tomorrow afternoon here on CBS. And speaking of talent, Walter Davis showed you some just a short time ago. Here he comes.
Down the stretch, he'll go to the left. That's such an unbelievable shot over McAdoo. The score is tied at that moment with a minute left, and he comes up and makes up a shot like that to get a deuce. That was just great individual talent by Walter Davis.
Off a Worthy on the turnover. The Suns can open a 4-point lead inside of a minute.
Use some clock, get a good shot.
Shot clock is at 8. Now they've got to go in a hurry, and you know, knocked away by Magic Johnson, away from Walter Davis. Lakers can tie it.
They'll go definitely down to Kareem on his favorite side of the floor. Here it is.
Score. The Lakers wait now. Earl Strom has gone over to the table now. He's holding Pat Riley off.
He was going to call illegal defense.
Doesn't matter. I'm just, the goal counts. No illegal defense. No. I got to score the goal. No, you don't have to score the goal, Earl. Will you get out of here? You going to get out of here? Come here.
That's Lucas.
Come here. What'd you call? You stay out. On a goal, when you have, when a guy's in the act of shooting, and you have an illegal defense, you'll count the goal and forget about the illegal defense. The man's double. It's fair ball.
They got an Nance.
Look for Davis. Hold it for the last shot. One-on-one. They start to go around 6 seconds, so the Lakers cannot get a chance. Lakers will probably double team him, push him to his right. Good job.
Cooper, and it's an offensive foul. It'll go to Los Angeles with 5 seconds left in regulation time. Timeout called by Pat Riley. Michael Cooper with a spectacular defensive effort. Just as Kevin Lockery has told you, Davis wanted to go to his left, and Cooper said, I'm going to wait for you, and he was right there. The angles of controversy. Here's Walter Davis. Cooper jumping over to await the move to the left. From that angle, it looks as though Cooper was still moving and the foul might have been called against him. Now I want to show you the Paul Mahalik angle. This is where he saw the play. And from there, it looked as though Cooper had established his ground. That was the view that Paul had of the play. More importantly right now, with Cooper being taken out because Pat Riley wants offensive firepower for the final 5 seconds and size underneath. 5 seconds, and we are tied at 119.
Magical take it. Going to Kareem.
Kareem loses it. 3 seconds.
It's a situation, Brent, neither team wants it. You have the ball offensively, you have to get a shot off. You can't turn it off in this critical situation. He might have walked off his knee, good call by Mahalik. Both teams had an opportunity to win the game. Phoenix has called its last time out. Kareem was in pretty good position to dunk it. Nance would have had to maybe foul him, but he fumbled the basketball.
Macy trying to pop 3. They get it to Davis. He throws it up as he went out of bounds, and there it's going over to Los Angeles. He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. 1 second left on the clock. Now they're looking at the clock, and Riley said it should not run down those 2 seconds. The ball never got in bounds. Davis jumped out of bounds over here, and I believe the Lakers are going to get the 2 seconds back on the clock. Now, Lucas waited for Macy. Kevin called it. Cooper or McAdoo took him away. Davis was simply out of bounds when he fired that ball up.
Once he touches the ball, though, sometime it has to go off the clock. He caught the ball first. They'll probably give him 2 seconds. I think that would be a fair situation.
No timeouts either way. No 20s, nothing. No, he took a 20. Then he took a regular.
Here is Lucas sending it right down the line. Davis is now out of bounds. The clock stops right there. Time doesn't start now until it's touched. And of course, the advantage of having a guard like Magic Johnson is his great size, and they can keep Kareem down in low.
Don't let the ball come down the sideline. That's the job. You got the job done.
Scott at the buzzer. We go to overtime in Phoenix in Game 3 of this Western Conference Final. On the floor for the Lakers now, Abdul-Jabbar and Worthy, along with McAdoo, Magic Johnson, and Byron Scott, the young man. A lot of confidence Pat Riley is showing in him. Nance will jump center. Alvin Adams is out there. Kyle Macy, Walter Davis, and Maurice Lucas for the Suns. And here we come.
Big tap for Nance to get up and get the tap from Kareem. First hoop is critical.
Foul called. Adams was double teamed. And that is foul number 5 on Abdul-Jabbar.
Phoenix might want to isolate one-on-one Adams against Jabbar for the 5th foul. 6 foul.
Macy quickly to the basket. Adams falls down. They get the ball to Kareem. 4-0 in overtime. The Suns going for number 5, and Macy scores 2 quick hoops here in OT.
Macy, particularly on drives, that's very surprising. Down to Kareem. Right now, 2-man game. Probably Kareem and Magic. Here we go.
Adams had Kareem turned around. Of course, he gives up so many inches. He was trying to have front him. Davis to help out. McAdoo in below. Kareem should have an easy one. And John McLeod was complaining that he traveled.
He might have traveled, Brent. When you double team as often as you have to double Kareem, you leave the offensive board open for guys like Worthy, guys like McAdoo, Magic to take a free run to get the offensive rebound. That time, Kareem got the offensive. It's tough when you double team it to protect yourself off the boards.
There's the foul situation. Adams now joining Nance with 4 personal fouls as a result of that. Cooper has returned. Abdul-Jabbar with 28 points here tonight.
Pat Riley
trailing by 3.
Excuse me, Brent. Pat Riley always tries to get Cooper in on a dead ball to play Davis on the defensive end. Then come back with his offensive man on the offensive end.
Davis and Adams with a quick pass to Macy, who is now 3 for 3 in OT.
That's handling the pressure. Make 2 layups, then a jump shot. All 6 points for Macy in overtime so far.
Adams with a good move on the steal. Here come the Suns. Scott has to be very mindful of Macy now. Adams jumps outside on Worthy. Looks in, shot clock winds down to 7. Nance hook short. Adams runs it down. A big offensive rebound. Nance inside.
Whether you're dominating the playground, the last one to leave the gym, or you're big time like Jason Kidd, the better basketball videos will explode your game.
even I've learned some things, you know, working with Better Basketball. It's just unbelievable.
I've seen so many different videos over the years. You will not find finer tapes than what Better Basketball is offering.
Learn more about all 7 DVDs from BetterBasketball.com. If you buy 6, the 7th is free. Order now at BetterBasketball.com.
John McLeod has coached 4 overtime victories during the regular season and 1 in the playoffs over the Utah Jazz. So they are 5-0 in that 5th period. Abdul-Jabbar.
That's a pretty good man to be able to go to. Jabbar also thought he got fouled on the play.
Cooper goes down. Comes back. Adams with a screen. Davis. Jump over to Lucas. Short. Here's Kareem. Lakers can get right back in it on this trip. Worthy. Loose underneath. LA's ball. And a great field goal by Magic Johnson. 19 for the game.
Walter Davis never boxed out Magic Johnson. He was looking to go on a fast break. You have to keep Magic off the board. Here's the trap. Well, they fall back to man-to-man.
Top! Get out, Luke, get out!
Look for one-on-one by Davis.
There it is. $30 points for Walter Davis. Kareem gives it back to Magic, who got inside. The old give and go between those two at 120.
Pat Riley's telling Cooper to push him to the right, push Davis to the right. He'll get a pick down from Nance and pop out.
Adams picked Cooper hard that time. Davis got him in the air.
2 people blocked that shot. Cooper got a piece. Kareem got a piece. And he still made it. What a great move.
Alvin Adams is playing a great game in relief of James Edwards. Now, he has thrown some mighty picks down here, and he has done a great job defensively on Abdul-Jabbar.
2-man game. Get the ball down to Kareem. 33 down. Scott. Now here's the ball into Kareem. Here's Scott for the jumper.
Nance rebound. Inside of a minute.
Mason's got to hold the ball, use some clock, execute a play, try to get it off at the last second. It'll be a one-on-one situation for Walter Davis.
There he came. Lucas rejected by Abdul-Jabbar out of bounds.
That's a break for Phoenix. There's only 22 seconds left in the game. There's 21 seconds on the shot clock. They can eat the game away. They don't need to take another shot. Just hold the ball and get fouled. Don't foul Macy. You might have to foul Macy right now.
And they did.
LA only has 1 timeout. Whether Lucas makes or miss, they'll call the timeout and go for 3-point play.
Missing Davis's ball, and the Suns are going to beat the Lakers for the first time in this Western Conference Final.
And it was done very impressively. They had many, many chances in this game, Phoenix, to fold. They made their run. LA responded. They had all bunch of chances to just fold the tent. They hung in there. Macy hits the first 6 points in overtime, and that turned the game around.
A couple other heroes that we've got to acknowledge, too. Walter Davis with 32 points. He was magnificent. So many times they went to him in one-on-one situations and let him do the rest. Big Maurice Lucas, 19 points and 16 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds.
And set the trend, Brent. We said it at the top. First 2 minutes, he was banging people. Let LA know they're going to get played tough tonight, and they played him right to the wall.